Hello, Instructor Harris with Pure Training Concepts, here to talk about the Hellcat RDP. It's a micro compact from Springfield Armory. I think it's one of the most underrated micro compacts out there. The reason I say that is, one thing the gun community tends to do is we get caught up on the latest hype, whatever the newest weapon system is. Right now, the hottest micro compact, micro-ish, is the Sig Xmacro, hole 17. It's ported in a way. The slide is ported, barrel is not. It's on a 3.1-inch barrel. And that's why I think this is a significantly better firearm, this RDP, Hellcat RDP. And that's because it comes with a 3.8-inch barrel. Right there, I think that is a significant advantage. Typically, you don't want to go under 4 inches for a defensive pistol, a fighting pistol. That being because under 4 inches, you really start compromising the effectiveness and velocity of 9mm, okay? And I think that's one thing you have to really take in consideration when you're carrying a handgun for defense. How effective will I be able to defend myself, okay? Something that's reasonable to think about. Another thing reason I think this firearm is superior to that Sig Xmacro, versatility. So it comes with this carrying pouch. You have an 11-round mag, your loader, and a 13-round mag. You can also purchase a 15-round mag. Also, your 11-round mag, you get a pinky extension. Okay, so right there we have 4 options. Okay, that Xmacro has 17 rounds. That's it. 17. So if I want to deep conceal one day, summertime, 11 rounds, right? Just to show you, it's clear. 11 rounds. That's it. 11 rounds. Easily concealable t-shirt. One extension on there, get your pinky on there. Not a problem, right? Not a problem. Forgive me, it's a little difficult looking through this camera. Then you got your 13 round, okay? Then you got a little thicker shirt on, okay? 13 rounds. Then we have the 15 rounder. Sweater, jacket on, bulky shirt, wintertime. 15 rounds. 2 less than 17. But given the versatility, that's a compromise I'm willing to make. Makes sense to me. Okay, another issue I have with Sig is how they tend to test products out on their consumers. Not a fan of that, right? When I buy something, spend that kind of money, I want it to work out the box, not have unknown kinks or issues that might cost me my life or someone else. It's not acceptable, not acceptable. That's why Glock rates so high with me. They work, proven track record. This firearm here, people put them through a lot of tests. There was one guy who did it 10,000 rounds, okay? Didn't fail. 10,000 rounds live, didn't fail. That's impressive, right? Haven't heard of really any major issues. They had issues with the trigger at first, and if you pulled the trigger properly, you wouldn't have had that issue, right? So the issue was, if you didn't hit this trigger dead on, you kind of caught the side, and then you try to compensate, fix it, roll your finger around, it wouldn't fire. It would just get stuck. There was nothing you could do. So Gen 2, they made the trigger a little more ergonomic, and you can overcome that. See, you're stuck, won't move, roll the finger, works, okay? Trigger's about, I would say 4 pounds, 5, light. It's not heavy, good trigger. They talk about not a lot of creep and you hit the wall. Listen, yes, a bit of travel. You do hit a solid wall. Not a lot of creep. Breaks. Reset comes out a little ways, but nothing bad. If you shoot enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. All that fine tuning. It's a good trigger. You feel that wall, breaks. Okay. You can feel when that reset comes, you can engage again. All right. And when you're shooting defensively anyway, honestly, you're point shooting. You're not really aiming with your sights. You're point shooting. And you're trained enough with that weapon, you'll feel when that trigger's ready to be pulled again, right? It's like muscle memory. So all this trigger, so combat, really using this pistol to defend yourself, you're not going to be paying attention to that, okay? It's a good trigger, all right? Works. Number two, I think the optic it comes with. It's a hex red dot. It's made by Springfield. When they first came out with this dot, see if I can line it up for you. You could see the refresh rate. Looked like it was flickering. Really distracting, okay? Newer generation, you don't see it. I don't know if it shows it on the camera, but in real world, you can't see it flickering. You can't see the refresh rate. When you move it, yeah, you'll see it a little bit, but it's not really distracting, okay? This optic, I want to upgrade. I've had it for a while. Works, but if you bump it, I bumped it pretty hard, and it moved, lost center quite a bit. That is a problem. That's a problem. So I am going to go upgrade it with the HoloSun, or replace it with the HoloSun EPS carry. I have quite a few HoloSuns. Never had an issue. They work, and they're a good value, okay? So we talked about the magazines. It's a 9mm caliber. It's the only one that comes in it. So we talked about the barrels, 3.8 hammer forward steel with compensator. The thread is 0.5 by 28. It's melanite finish. So they also have a model that has ambidextrous safety. I don't believe in safeties. If you do, really train with it, right? Because when you're under duress, high stress level, the least you have to do, the less you have to do, the better. All I want to focus on is getting that weapon out, getting on target, and neutralizing that threat. That's all I want to think about. Not forgetting on having to do a switch off of safety. That could cost you if you forget. You know, like whoever gets targets on round first tend to win the gunfight. You've heard that before. That's the thing. So if I have to worry about a safety, that could be a problem. I mean, yeah, you can train for it, but the amount of training you have to put in, I mean, you should put in a crazy amount of training on any weapon you carry. But then to have to add in the training with the safety outside of your mechanics and all your tactics, and I always have to remember my safety. Not a fan. If you are a fan, cool. Whatever works for you. So, width of the pistol, it's 1 inch, very easily concealable, really flat. Not an issue. Weighs 19.7 ounces with the flush mag, 19.4 ounces with the flush mag, and 19.7 with the extended mag. The total length of the pistol, 7 inches, okay? So the height is 4 inches with the flush mag, 4.5 with that 13, okay? I paid about, I think I got away with under $1,000, right? Because you got to pay your taxes, your transfer fee, background check. I think I was like $990 or something like that. It was $890. Yeah. I think it was like $990. So not too bad for what you're getting. I think the compensating the optic is what kind of pushed it over, but you know, you got to pay to play. It's always a pros and cons, right? Got to give to get. Also bought the Streamlight TRLS 7 stub. Excellent light, small, compact, gets the job done. They also have on this firearm what they call their grip, which the way they describe it is the tighter you grip, the more, basically the grippier it'll become, okay? It works. I've never had an issue where I feel like it's slipping out of my hand. Or I was losing control of it, like I couldn't grip it well enough, okay? So it works, and it's not really too harsh on the skin. I've never had an issue feeling like it's like irritating my skin. So that's cool, that's a thing. The compensator that's on here, it's self-indexing, okay? Meaning it always comes to the same position when you put it on correctly, okay? You can go past where it's supposed to be, but they have it where there's like a notch, a cutout, and a little notch that locks into there, okay? So you have to push the lever. You see that click? That's that knot, that's the little notch going into the groove. Just so it comes off. Okay. See if I can show this to you. But you see that little notch there? A little notch right here. And then you have this little piece here. See how that goes up when you hit the lever? And it goes away. That's how you get on the barrel, and that's what locks into that notch to make sure it's indexed properly. So push it up. Sorry, a little stopped up. Back, if you get to the point where it stops, you have to back off a little bit. Engage that lever again. Keep engaged, you get all the way around. You're locking into place, but keep going until you can't go anymore. Come back, clicks into place, self-indexing. It's always straight, okay? So one thing I like about this, it shoots flat. It shoots flatter than that Xmacro. I have shot both of them side by side. I'll have another video up where I actually take you guys along with me. I'll shoot both of them again, side by side, one after each other. One after the other, excuse me. And you could decide for yourself. But I have shot both of them. And this shoots flatter. You also have a 3.8-inch barrel. Better ballistics, right? It's a no-brainer to me. I truly feel this is a superior firearm. Also, while I'm thinking about it, you have the tritium sight up front, okay? U-notch, not easily lined up. Guys, hands down, just a superior weapon system. So, you know, it's been a lot of reviews on the Hellcat, but not the RDP. So I just wanted to drop this out there, you know, put the word out, like, don't forget about this option. It's compensated. 3.8-inch barrel. Versatility with the magazines, all right? 11, 13, 15. So, you know, give it a try. Don't forget about it. All right, this is Instructor Harris. Remember, whatever you build is only as good as your foundation. Take care. Be safe.